not a buyer. But anyway, we have to add the someone, okay, some dummy buyer to your user. Then only you will get access to the PO module. Right. So today we'll go with the account payables. So we'll complete the P2P, procure to payment. In the P2P, we are the customers. Our company is the customer. We are dealing business with the suppliers to get the raw material or maybe the finished goods or maybe the services also. And once we receive the goods or maybe the services, we'll make a payment to supplier. We'll discuss on that. Yeah? So, okay, first we need to set up the suppliers. But while creating the PO, we used Dell computers. That's already Oracle given here. So, may we can create a new supplier. So, before creating the PO document or before creating the AP invoice, we should set up the suppliers. Okay, the supplier name, the site details, the site usages, contact details, and the terms and conditions. Then only we can go with the procurement PO document. Okay. So coming to suppliers, we have to enter multiple levels or the supplier name. So like a Dell Computers or Amazon, whatever it may be, yeah, the exact supplier name. Then the supplier type, the nature of the nature business of the supplier, whether he supplied the food or electrical supplier or stationery or computer, that means hardware. So we have to mention the supplier type. Then we have to enter the site details, the exact supplier address, that's A1, address 1, address 2, address 3, address 4. A1 is the mandatory, remaining 3 are the optional. Then city, state, country, county. Okay, so these fields we have to enter in the out of that here. Address 1 and the country are the mandatory. Depending upon the country, the values will change. Suppose if in the India, county is the optional. Okay, count is the optional. If you go to US and China, count is the mandatory. But here in India, state is the mandatory. So depending upon the country, so these values will change dynamically. Yeah. That means optional or mandatory, depending upon the country. Then site use, how to use the supplier side, whether you want to purchasing purpose or payment purpose or request for quotations. So in the olden days here, we are sending the payment through check. So nowadays everything is online. Payment is not that much important, but purchasing side is important. That means from that side, we are going to receive the goods to our company. It's called the purchasing side. Payment means it's a main branch. It's maybe the office. Okay, na? This is the manufacturing or maybe the DC or distribution centers or warehouses. Payment is the main branch. Then request for quotation may or may not. Yeah. So suppose small suppliers, they do not have multiple branches. So everything is in the single site. That means purchasing site in the one place, even payment and RFK, everything is in the same place. But if it's a big suppliers, they do have different purchasing site and a different payment site and the RFK also. Then the contact details. Suppose if I receive any damaged goods from my supplier, then whom to contact? Otherwise, need by date is the yesterday. Till I didn't receive any goods from my supplier, then I need to follow up with my vendor. Then who is the right person? So we have to store that supplier, the right person, his full name, his email and phone number. So if something is wrong, some discrepancy is there, whom to contact. Okay, na? So those informations we have to mention in the contact details, then the terms and conditions. So in which currency will create a invoice. Then how many days it will take a day to make a payment to my supplier, like immediate payment or 30 days or 90 days. It's called as the terms name. Okay. May okay na. It's a person to company, it's immediate. Most of the times are company to company, they will go with the 90 days or the 30 days. It's but depending upon their mutual understanding between the supplier and our customer. Okay. So these many levels we have to enter the supplier status. Then only we can go with the procurement document. So without creating the supplier, we can't create the PO document. Okay. So once we done this, this will taken care by the finance team here. Those people will interact with the suppliers and they will capture all the information and they will enter into Oracle applications. So this is not our responsibility. The finance end users will take care of that suppliers information. Next. Uh, so once we complete the supplier, then we created the requisitions, RFQ, quotations, PO, and receipt. Then the suppliers will send the AP invoice to our company. The supplier, once deliver the goods to our company, they will prepare the AP invoice, nothing but a bill, and send that bill to our company. Our finance team will treat as the AP invoice. Keep that word in your mind, yeah. There is one more word, AR invoice. That we'll discuss tomorrow. AP invoice and AR invoice. So coming to AP invoice, this will send by the supplier. Our company finance team will treat as the AP invoice. Okay. So this is maybe the hard copy. Most of the times it's a PDF documents, soft copy only. So they will our finance team will open the document and enter into Oracle applications in multiple levels. We'll discuss here. So header level, that means bill number, invoice number, invoice date, at what date the suppliers created the invoice, the total amount after discounts, then which currency, in which currency they are going to create the AP invoice. Then lines. One invoice can have the multiple lines. Example, I'm purchasing 10,000 rupees bolts. It's my product here at the rate of 20% GST. 20% at GST. So coming to this, we have the minimum two lines. 10,000 is the item cost. For the product is the bolt. Then 2,000 is the GST. Then let's say tax. So total amount is the 12,000. Total invoice amount is the 12,000. So in this case, in the header level, the total amount we should pay to supplier is the 12,000. Then we could see the two lines, one for the product, the second for the tax. Suppose if I purchase three lines, three products, then may or may not a tax. For some products, in real time, you won't see the tax. If the tax is applicable, you could see one more extra line. Suppose if any transport is there, you could see one more extra line. That's called as the freight, nothing but a transport charges. Okay. So that many levels, that many lines we need to enter into the lines window. So one invoice can have the multiple lines, like a line type, whether you're buying the item or freight, nothing but a transport, any tax amount like a GST, and what line amount. That total sum will go to the amount. Yeah. Okay. Maybe even if the discounts are there, after the discount, the total amount, okay, the net amount will go to the header level amount. Then distributions. We have the two distributions here. This is related to the GL for reporting purpose. We have the two accounts, charge account and liability. That means I received 50,000 rupees, example 12,000 rupees goods to my company. So this comes under the debit or credit. I purchased 12,000 rupees worthable goods to my company. So 12,000 comes under the debit or credit. Hmm. We are receiving. That means it will comes to the
Credit.
debit.
Credit.
Debit.
Debit.
No, no,
Okay.
debit. So the products are coming to my warehouse, 12,000. Then the 12,000 rupees cash I need to pay to my supplier. That's called as the credit. So whatever the transactions you are doing in real time, yeah, we will record as the double entry. Double entry means one in, one out. 12,000 rupees goods we are receiving. At the same time, the 12,000 rupees cash or amount is going outside. So this is called as the double entry system. This is 12,000. We are displaying as a charge account. That means that is a charge at our warehouse. Liability అంటే అప్పు మనం పే చేయాలి వానికి 12,000 రూపీస్ ఐ నీడ్ టు పే టు మై సప్లయర్. లైబిలిటీ అంటే అప్పు కదా మనం. 12,000 రూపీస్ నేను బాకీ ఉన్నాను నా సప్లయర్కి. దట్స్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ద క్రెడిట్. ఓకేనా. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఇన్ Oracle applications, we will record as the double entry. Not only the Oracle here, wherever you go, any entry, even small companies also for accounting purpose, they will enter double entry systems. One debit, one credit. Suppose I paid 50,000 rupees to my employees for regarding the salary. Then the employee is giving services to my company. 50,000 rupees is salary, 50,000 rupees is services. One debit equal to one credit. So that's called as the distributions here. Nothing but accounting distributions. This data will jump into GL model for reporting purpose. Then payment schedule. This will generate by the Oracle automatically. Due date and due amount. So when we have to make a payment and what is the total due amount to the suppliers. So that this due date and the due amount will populate based on the terms name. Suppose for with one supplier, we consider the immediate. Then today I received goods from my supplier. Then due date equal to today and the due amount equal to total invoice amount. Suppose if I take a 30 days, then the due date equal to today date plus 30 days. Okay, so that is the due date. Then the due amount equal to as usual. Yeah, that's the total invoice amount. Okay, na? So this no need to enter manually. The Oracle will populate the payment schedule based on the supplier setup. That's a terms name. అంటే మనం చెప్పేదాన్ని బట్టి Oracle will populate automatically. Then hold and releases. So in this case, I received invoice of the 15,000 by mistake. Instead of the 12,000, the supplier sent 15,000. So this is the wrong invoice. But anyway, I have to enter into my Oracle applications and put on hold. So once I put on hold here, my payment programs will not pick those invoices for the payment. It will stop the invoices. So once the suppliers send the right invoice, then the finance team will update the data properly and release the hold. Once we release the hold, then automatically every week the payment programs are running. The programs will pick the data based on the payment date, that nothing but a due date. Then the programs will make a payment to suppliers automatically. No need to give the check here. Every week the programs are firing. Then the payment format programs will generate one file and drop into the bank servers. The bank people will deposit into suppliers or maybe the employees, whatever it may be. It's called as the hold and releases. If something is wrong related to your invoice, then the finance people will put on hold. So once it is cleared, then they will release the invoices. That's a hold. Once a hold is released, then automatically the payment programs will pick those invoices. Then will make a payment to suppliers. Okay. So this is called as the AP invoice. Yeah? So once the AP invoice entered, and the finance people will validate. Validate means they will check with the PO document whether we received okay na proper goods or not. Then only they will validate. If the document is valid, then we will make a payment to suppliers. Then okay na last year payment. So in the payment, we are calling it as the check number. Don't call as the check number here. It could be anything, maybe the RTGS or immediate payment, IMPS, anything. So don't call it as a check number. But the word is a check number. We can call it as the anything. Then check date and what date we're going to make a payment. So then the total amount. Okay. Na? So in the olden days here, we're calling it as a check. Nowadays, we have the electronic payment or maybe the ACH or IMPS or RTGS and number of formats are there. Nowadays, most of the companies are not using the check. Okay. Everything is the online payment only. So for each check here, so we have to link the invoice. For which invoice we are making the payment. That's called as the invoice number, the total amount and invoice details. Okay, na? So we are going to link that invoice data with just future reference. For which invoice we made a payment to suppliers. Otherwise, we'll get a confusion. Okay, na? So we should link it to the particular invoice. Okay. Then once the payment is generated here, then at last we have to run the create accounting program. This program will move the data to GL. These accounts, charge account and liability account. These two accounts information will go to GL model for reporting purpose. End of the day, all the transactions will go to the GL model. So this is the account payables. So first we need to set up the suppliers. Then only we can create the PO document. Once we create the PO document, we'll start with the receipt. That means after receiving goods from the supplier, then we'll enter the AP invoice. Listen, the word is important here. AP invoice. Enter AP invoice, not a create. Only we are entering. Then make a payment. Once the invoice is valid, then we have to run the create accounting program. This program will move the data to GL model. So enter transactions at the end of the day will move the data to the GL model for reporting purpose. All the debits and credits will go to GL model. Okay. So this is the okay, na, account payables. We'll work on okay, na, how to create a suppliers, AP invoice and payment. So put heading here, suppliers. So before that, here, add responsibility, add responsibility, add responsibility, right. Add responsibility. Go to, go to RDP, go to RDP and log into Oracle applications. Go to RDP and log into Oracle applications. Go to remote desktop and log into Oracle applications. Just go to sysadmin, go to sysadmin, go to sysadmin, security, security, go to sysadmin, security, user, security, user defined, security, user defined. Next, click on touch symbol, click on a touch symbol, enter username, enter username, enter username, click on find button, click on find button. Okay. Click on find button. Okay. Next, click on responsibility. Click on responsibility. Click on responsibility. Next, click on new button. Click on new button. Click on a new button. Next, click on LOV. Click on LOV means list lamp. Click on list lamp. Here we have to add payables, percentile, vision percentile, operations percentile. If you know the right value, you can give the full word here. Otherwise, go with the percentile. Payables, comma, vision operations, USA. Here I entered with percentile, percentile. Payables, percentile, vis percentile, operation percentile, USA. At last, it is not mandatory. If you want, you can ignore that. Oracle will take automatically. Pay percentile, vis percentile, operation percentile, USA. Click on find button. Click on find button. Okay. Click on find button. Okay. Save. Save this. Save. Save. Okay. So now I added both purchasing responsibility as well as the payable responsibility. In real time here, you won't see this name. Okay, na already okay na I told okay na like a PO US responsibility, PO UK like that, AP US respo, AP UK like that. The names are different in real time. Now you are put heading suppliers. Put heading suppliers. Navigation. Go to payables, comma vision operations USA. Heading suppliers. We are going to create a new supplier. Navigation, go to payables, comma, vision operations USA, payables, comma, vision operations USA, then suppliers, under that suppliers, one more time entry, sorry, suppliers, then entry, payables, comma, vision operations USA, suppliers, entry. Now here, it's not Oracle form, self-service form will open. Already we discussed in the BBAP reports to create the data template and data definition and the template. Okay, na? So here also same here, self-service, or maybe we can call it as the OAF, Oracle Application Framework. Click on Create Supplier button. Click on Create Supplier button. Click on Create Supplier button. So, so I'm entering here. For you, take a different name. Don't use the same name here. Organization name, IBM India Limited. It won't allow the duplicate. So take with a different name, maybe Amazon or TCS. Organization name, nothing but a supplier name. Organization name, that means a supplier name. So I entered IBM India Limited. Click on apply button. Click on apply button. Click on apply button. In the vertical toolbar here, click on address book from vertical toolbar. Click on address book from vertical menu or vertical toolbar. Click on address book from vertical toolbar. Click on create button. Click on create button. Click on create button. Country, India. Country, India. Address name, IBM HYD. This is alias name. Just alias name. For this enter address, we're putting one alias name, that is the IBM HYD. Country, A1 address line, address 2, city, state, and address name, and just alias name. Next, select purchasing and payment checkboxes. Select purchasing and payment. Don't select the third one. Third one only request for quotations. Don't use that. Select purchasing and payment checkboxes. Click on continue button. Click on continue button. Next, select the checkbox. Select the checkbox. Select the checkbox. Click on apply button. Select the checkbox. Click on apply button. Okay. So now we created an address. Yeah. If you want, you can create a one more address also. Multiple addresses we can create for the same supplier. Next, click on invoice management from vertical toolbar. Click on invoice management from what last button, last option. Click on invoice management from vertical toolbar. Okay. Click on invoicing tab. Click on invoicing tab. Click on invoicing tab. Invoice currency US dollar. Invoice currency US dollar. Invoice currency US dollar. Invoice currency US dollar. Click on payment tab. Click on payment tab. Click on payment tab. Click on payment tab. Next, payment currency US dollar. Payment currency US dollar. Payment currency US dollar. Payment currency US dollar. Click on terms tab. Click on terms tab. Click on terms tab. You can enter any 1 year. Let's say immediate or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, depending upon your mutual understanding between you and your supplier. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ 45 నెట్ ఉంది అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ 45 డేస్ మనం పే చేయాలి. అదే తీసుకోండి. టర్మ్స్ నేమ్ 45 నెట్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ యూ కెన్ గో మోర్ ఆప్షన్స్. దేర్ యూ కుడ్ సి ఇమ్మీడియట్ టు, చాలా ఉంటాయి మనకన్నీ. ఓకేనా, ఇమ్మీడియట్ టు 30 డే 90 డే. సో ఓకేనా, 45 డేస్ యాజ్ పర్ ఓకేనా అండర్స్టాండింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ మనం యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ విల్ టేక్ ద 45. ఓకేనా, 45 నెట్ టర్మ్స్, 45 net. So that means within 45 days, we will make a payment to suppliers. More than 45 days, may charges will apply. Click on save button. Click on save button. Click on save button. Okay. So now we created the supplier and the supplier site, and we entered the for what purpose, whether it's a procurement purpose or payment purpose, we choose in the sell check boxes also. Then the terms and the conditions also we have entered. That's a payment related to, invoice related to, and the terms and the conditions. Now we'll see the tables. Select the star from APN underscore suppliers where vendor underscore name. The column name is the vendor underscore name. So IBM India Ltd Limited Company. So here vendor ID is the primary key. Very important table here. AP suppliers and AP supplier sites are both are important tables. Vendor ID is the here foreign key. Vendor underscore, and these are the two tables. AP suppliers and AP supplier sites are. In AP supplier sites are, you could see the address 1, address 2, 3, city, state, country, zip, everything, pin code, everything will get it from the AP underscore supplier underscore sites underscore R table. So the foreign key is the vendor ID. So please remember here AP suppliers and AP supplier sites are. These are the two important tables. Later, I will give the screenshot. Put heading here AP invoice. Next, AP invoice. Put heading AP invoice. Okay. Navigation. Invoices. Navigation. Invoices. Then entry. Navigation. Invoices. Entry. Then invoices. Heading is the AP invoice. Navigation. Invoices. Then entry. Then invoices. This is the navigation. So here, trading partner, nothing but our supplier name. Okay, so IBM India. Our supplier name is the IBM India. Trading partner. That means vendor name. That means supplier name. IBM India Limited. Just now we created IBM India Limited. Next, invoice date. So don't enter today date here. Some period issues there. We'll take 23 December 2012. So, okay, now old date I'm taking. So please take it. Okay. Invoice date 23 December 2012. Invoice date. December 2012. Next, invoice number, nothing but a bill number. So this value is available in the document. అంటే వాడు మనకు హార్డ్ కాపీ పంపిస్తాడు కదా, మేబీ సాఫ్ట్ కాపీ. They're putting one bill number. That bill number equal to invoice number. So I'm putting IBM 1. For you guys, take next sequence 2, 3 like that. Invoice number IBM 1. Nothing but a bill number. Invoice number IBM 1. Invoice amount, I'm entering 5,000. Invoice amount, 5,000. The total amount. Okay. Next, click on Lines tab. Click on Lines tab. Click on Lines tab. Click on Lines tab. Okay. Line number 1. Line number 1. Line number 1. Type 1. Type 1. Type 1. Amount to 5,000. Amount to 5,000. Line number 1. Line type item. Line amount to 5,000. Next. Click on distributions button. Click on distributions button. Click on distributions button. Amount to 5,000. Amount to 5,000. Click on distributions button. Amount to 5,000. Amount to 5,000. Next. Click on account. Click on account. Click on account. Click on list lamp. Click on list lamp. Account alias is take miscellaneous. Account alias miscellaneous. Account alias miscellaneous. Account alias miscellaneous. Okay. Account alias miscellaneous. Okay. You could say some code combinations already we discussed. Okay. So already we discussed here. So maybe tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow we'll discuss. Look into my screen here carefully. You could say once click on that, now you could say company, for which company we are going to buy, department, whether it's a production department or quality department or HR department, for which account, then sub account, then product. So for which product? Okay, now right now, where it's a paper or pen or diesel, petrol, okay, that's called as the product. So this will discuss, okay, now after 2 days. Yeah? Save Jesus, save, save. Next, close the distributions window. Close distributions window. Close distributions window. Next, copy invoice name. Copy invoice num. Copy invoice num. Click on general tab. Click on general tab. Click on general tab. Now the status is never validated. Inka valid kaledu. Now we are going to validate. Click on actions button in the bottom. Click on actions button in the bottom where left corner bottom. Click on actions button. Check or select validate checkbox. Select validate checkbox. Okay. Select validate checkbox. Okay. Okay. Now the status is validated. Once it is validated, then only we'll make a payment to vendor. Otherwise, we won't make a payment. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll see the tables. Select the star from AP underscore invoices underscore where invoice underscore num, nothing but a bill number, IBM 1. This is the bill number. Next, lines table. AP underscore invoice underscore lines underscore all, where invoice ID equal to this one 213308. So get the table name. Then the distribution. So AP underscore invoice underscore distributions underscore all. Then the fourth one is the AP underscore, very important table, payment underscore schedules. ఎప్పుడు పే చేయాలి, ఎంత పే చేయాలి. So that informations will available in the AP pay. Very important table, sir. In almost all the reports will use the AP payment schedule, sir. Here you will get the due date. ఏ రోజు పే చేయాలి, ఎంత పే చేయాలి అమౌంట్. So it's a due date also. Due date and amount due remaining. Okay, that information will get it from the AP payment schedules. Okay. So these are the four tables. Next, put heading here payment. Put heading payment. Put heading payment. Navigation, payments, navigation, payments, down